In the last video for exercise number 4, I went through the problem, did everything graphically to show you what we were actually trying to find. This time I'm just going to do it out computationally here. So for part A, we need to find the slope between these two. So the slope is going to be the change in the y values. So I'm going to grab the y value from Q first. And then I'm going to subtract, so this is the y value from Q. Subtract the y value from P. And we're going to divide that by the x value for Q minus the x value for P. And so this right here is going to require a little bit of foiling. This over here, we're just going to distribute this negative. And then on the bottom, the x's cancel out. So what do we have on the top here? Well, I've got x squared, negative x squared. I've got a 3x and a negative 3x, and I've got a negative 1 and a positive 1. So what's left over? I've got 2xh plus h squared plus 3h over h, which gives me 2x plus h plus 3. Now for each of these guys, for B, let's do an x is equal to 1.3. Well, there's two ways we can do it. Okay. First, we could take this guy and we could actually plug it in. Okay. Into here. So remember, the point P is 1.3, and then the point Q would be 1.3. Now I gotta take 1.3 and actually plug it into that equation. So we got 1.3 squared plus 3 times 1.3 minus 1, which looks like it's 4.59. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the difference in the y values, which is 1.59, divided by the difference in the x values, which is 0.3. And I'm going to get 1.29. Now another way of doing this is to take our equation over here and our x value, okay, that's our initial start, which is 1. So 2 times 1 plus our h value is our change in our x's. So that's how far we went over, which is 0.3. Okay. Plus 3. Okay, so hang on one second. Okay, let me go back here. There's a mistake right here. This is 1.59, but 1.59 divided by 0.3 is not 1.2. Okay, 1.59 divided by 0.3 is clearly got to be more than 1.59. It gives me 5.3. That's much better. Now, if you do this out, you're going to get 2 plus 0.3 plus 3, which is also 5.3. So my point was that these guys should match each other, and so I was able to go ahead and find this mistake over here because I knew that these guys should match. Now here, the x value was our starting value for our first point, and our h value is how far we moved over. If you think about the graph that we had last time, we said, okay, here's 1, and then I went over to 1.3, so the change was called h, which is 0.3. Okay, you can just use this over here on the left side if you want to, but again, this works over here on the right side, which is a lot quicker. So I can go ahead and do 1.1. The difference is 0.1. The h value is 0.1. The x value stays the same, so I get 2 times 1 plus 0.1 plus 3, which is 5.1. Now watch. I'm going to get the same exact value if I do it out using the slope. So again, the point P is 1.3, the point Q is 1.1. Now let's take 1.1 and plug it in. So it's 1.1 squared plus 3 times 1.1 minus 1. It looks like I'm getting 3.51. So the change in the y is 0.51. The change in the x is 0.1, which when I multiply everything by 10 gives me 5.1. So notice that they're also the same. This way over here is a little bit, is actually not a little bit more quick or quicker, or however you want to say it. This is significantly more quick. So now when we want to do 0.002, it's 2 times 1 plus 0.002 plus 3, which this is a plus sign right here, which gives me 5.002. If we do it out the long way, remember we're trying to find slope, we get P13, here's Q, 1.002, and now again we'll go ahead and we'll plug in 1.002, so 1.002 squared plus 3 times 1.002 minus 1 gives me 3.010004. So the difference, the change in the y values here is 0.010004. The change in the x values is 0.002. Okay, let's see here. Something's wrong. Let me just check the math again one more time. Okay, I see my mistake. 0.010004. And this gives me 5.002. Yep, it works out. So there's your slopes. Okay, so again, the next question says, well, what happens? What if I picked x equals, I don't know, x equals 1.0000? What will it be really close to? Well, what's the trend here? What's the pattern? Went from 5.3 to 5.1 to 5.002. So we're going to go to a slope of 5. Okay, that's our prediction.